This is a video outlining the restoration of the stock Pro trailer. It's structurally pretty sound, just got a lot of surface rust on it. Needs some cosmetic updates. So got a wire wheel on an angle grinder with safety equipment, eyes and ears, and just started going over it front to back, getting rid of all the surface rust. Getting into those nooks and crannies was clearly the hardest part. Just kept working it top to bottom, cleaned it all off. After I was done with the wire wheel, I sprayed muriatic acid up in the crevices to help dissolve rust further, and then simply just rinsed it off with water. You can also neutralize it with baking soda. I didn't do that. The majority of the surface rust was on the top surface, as this has been left out. Not in a garage or in a barn or anything, so lots of surface rust to come off the top. Aluminum trim pieces drilled out. They're all riveted on. The windows were cracked and broken anyway, so these all needed replaced. At the same time, I took the lights off. That's not actually on video, but same process. Just drilled out the rivets and removed all the lights, trying to protect the wires from the grinding. Again, lots of rust on the top. Just take your time, work it over. I also wanted to remove the tires so I could clean up the rims. This also allowed me good access into the wheel wells under the fenders to clean that up so that I could paint and primer it as well. Put a socket over the valve stems and used the wire wheel to clean up the rims, and then also used muriatic acid on the rims to dissolve further rust. Rinsed them off with water, and then did a slightly sloppy paint job, but add some life to the rims and some curb appeal as well. Good example of what not to do: muriatic acid in a spray bottle without proper PPE, but it took the rust off. Don't have a tripod, camera fell over. Beautiful clouds that day. First application of primer was gray, then converted to rusty metal, rustoleum primer. Took 3 gallons to do both the inside and outside of the 16-foot stock trailer. Then I began putting the enamel on. On the inside, I used a gallon jug of rustoleum smoke gray, which does not have a finish specified. On the outside, I used the quart containers of gloss smoke gray. I think the finish was the same on them. They were semi-gloss, regardless of whether you bought it in the gallon jug or the quart jar, as far as I'm concerned. Used a Graco paint sprayer to do this application. Worked fine for a stock trailer. Wouldn't recommend it if you were doing something that you wanted to look really, really good, like a car. There's a total of 2 coats of paint or enamel on the trailer, and then actually a 3rd coat on the top where it'll get the most abuse from the rain. Made sure I got all the hinges, knobs, doors. The aluminum pieces were cleaned with a Brillo pad, spray painted gloss black, and then riveted back into place. Same with the windows with new plexiglass in it. I cleaned up the frames, spray painted them black, and then riveted them back in place as well. All the lights were riveted in as well. I purchased those off of Amazon. Easy enough to wire up. I didn't take a video of all of that. I also used porch lights for campers for the interior lighting of the trailer, both in the back as well as in what would the tack room or the dressing room. And then here's some comparison and some finished product pictures. These are the paints that I used and a wire brush similar to that. Hope you enjoyed the video.